LDBC. Woo, boy, there's a lot to unpack with this one. God, dog. Had one of my subscribers ask me, hey, coach, want to hear your thoughts on the whole Willie Mcneil situation / debacle. And yes, there is some debauchery that's going on with this. There's a little bit of debauchery going on, okay? And I'm just going to talk to y'all about it's a situation / debauchery. So this is not a 100% debacle. This is a 50-50 debacle. And this young man, he lucky he didn't get his damn head blown off. Lucky. It's like God was on his side that day. They pulled his ass over. God was on his side. Because this young man, and this is no joke, okay? We're gonna put the jokes aside. This young man could have got murdered out there. He could have been killed because of some of the dumb actions that I feel that he did. Now, still a situation because these police officers, they decided to be violent first. Yes, I know you can say that the police officers was asking him to get out the car. They wanted him to be compliant and this and that. But still, because a person isn't compliant, they don't comply at first, they don't give you the right to beat the hell out of him. And they beat the guy. Once they got him out the car, okay, they hit him again. They broke his window, punched him, ripped his ass out of that car, okay? They ripped his ass out the car. And then they punched him again, like, okay. It was excessive. Was that excessive? What was that? Was that obsessive? Them being that excessive, was it necessary? You already had him detained. You already had him out the car. Was it necessary? And see, a lot of you people that, you love when the black person get their ass whooped by cops, y'all finna be mad at this one because this boy finna get paid. This boy finna get paid. I'm telling you, see this all the time. He's going to get paid because they were obsessive with him. Now, he's already pleaded guilty to the suspended license and resisting arrest. He pleaded guilty to that. He's still finna get a nice check, a really, really good check for being punched in the face twice. So, y'all gonna be mad at him. But this young man, lucky he didn't get his head blown off his damn head. He lucky because, number one, when I saw the video at first, I was upset just like anybody else would. But I said, no, before I even make a video, and a subscriber said, Coach, could you talk about it? But before I decided to even speak on it, I said, let me wait till other stuff come out, like a body cam, and let me just wait. And sure enough, body cam comes out, okay? And we saw what happened. So, first of all, this young man, he opens his door. That was mistake number one because they could have shot him right there. You open your door abruptly for the police that's walking towards your car, you looking to get hurt. And they asked him, well, why you got the door open? And he said, well, because my window don't work. Okay. So we gave him a pass for that. So did the cops. Okay. They came up to his door, or they came up to him. Then as they approached his vehicle, this fool, he slams the door shut. Okay. Situation now escalated. Okay. There's no coming back. Now these officers, they're on high alert. And now what they're thinking is maybe he got something in the car. Maybe there's something in the car. And so, now they're cautious. Now, they probably got their hands at their guns as they're approaching the vehicle. So these officers are ready to put somebody down. They're ready for it. I don't understand why he closed the door. What the hell? But I'm going to tell you what I think. I think that he knew that his license was suspended. I think he knew. And I think the reason why he wouldn't get out the car because he knew he had a suspended license. And he asked for a supervisor. I'm going to tell you something, okay? Let me tell you my personal story with a suspended license, okay? I'm going to tell you my personal story. I actually had a suspended license, and a lot of times you don't even know your license suspended. You don't, because there are these little things you pass under, okay? You pass under these things, these tolls, and you don't even know you're passing under the tolls. Well, and then you may get something in the mail, and you may not get it. But then you go down to the DMV to renew and get everything, renew your tags. And then they tell you, oh, you got a block on this. You got to pay this. Pay what? Oh, wait a minute. I got some fines that I ain't paid. I mean, there's a lot that accumulate. And over time, when you don't pay these, they suspend your license until you pay. But you don't know. Sometimes you really, really don't know. And it's innocent, but, the police officer, they can have the option to take you to jail. Like, I was taking my daughter, dropping off at college. And, I'm driving back from college. It's about like 12 midnight. And I'm driving back, and then officer pulled me over. And he told me, hey, man, let me see your license and registration, blah, blah, blah. He already knew. He said, Mr. Harrison, I'm pulling you over because your license is suspended. I said, man, I had no idea it was suspended. He said, yeah, this happens a lot. People sometimes don't know. And he said, man, you got to check your license status. You need to go online and check it. At the time, you can check it online. But he said, yeah, you need to go online every couple of months to check to see if you got any outstanding fines you got to pay. He said, man, because over time, they'll suspend your license until you pay. So I didn't know. He said, now, here are my options. I could take you to jail. He said, I could take the tags because the tags, he said, along with a suspended license, you have to reinstate your license and you're going to get another tag. So I could take your plates and then I'm going to just let you go. I said, but what if I get pulled over, for not having a plate? He go, they'll probably just give you a ticket. And then you have to explain what happened. And then, they'll probably give you a ticket. Then you go down to the DMV and get it stalled. He said, or the officer may take you to jail. He said, it's your choice. He said, I can take you to jail now. I can take the plates and just let you go. He was cool. He said, the reason why I'm going to allow you to drive, because and honestly, he said, man, you were okay. You weren't being belligerent. Because most people, when they have a suspended license and they don't know, they get really belligerent. And then I end up having to, take them to jail anyway. He said, man, I'm not going to take. He said, you're cool. You dropping your daughter off. He said, my son go to the same college. He said, things happen. So the reason why I'm telling y'all the story is because I kept my composure. Okay. I didn't flare up at the officer. I kept my composure. And that's what you have to do. You have to keep your composure. Because he could have took me to jail, but damn, he didn't. He didn't take me to jail. And then that next day, it was on a Sunday, that Monday, I took the whole day off work and I went down to the DMV. I straightened everything out and I paid all the fines that I needed to pay, got a new tag, and everything was situated. Okay. That's what you do. Officers, they're human. Okay. When you start getting belligerent, you don't listen. And sometimes, they'll take it there with you. And I think in this situation, I think the officers, they probably would have been cool with him. They probably would have just let him go and actually, tell him to go home and get it fixed if he'd have just been cool. See, a lot of this is on Willie Mcneil. It is on him. You have to be cool in these situations. These police, man, they waiting to take you out. They're looking for an excuse to beat the hell out of you. You got to be cool. Even though you want to say, man, F this whole ass officer, blah, blah. See, you want to say that. But you have to keep your composure. Yeah, I mean, I got pulled over, and this dumbass officer, he was behind me, and he had his bright lights on. So I'm sitting here trying to, like get the bright lights out of my rearview window. So I move over into the median a little bit, and it was a dotted line median, so I thought that was okay. He pulled me over. He said, hey, man, can you tell me why you went into the median? I said, yeah, obviously you had your bright lights on. He said, oh, okay. He said, have you been drinking? Are you under the influence? Do you take drugs? He said, are you on medication? Like, he was asking me all kind of stuff. I said, nope. He said, well, step out the car. Now, a lot of people, you would have got belligerent. Okay, cool. I'll step out. Step out the car. The man, he gave me one of those sobriety tests. He said, oh, you passed there with flying colors. He said, man, just obey the speed limit. Something stupid to me. Man, you were driving too slow, so 45. And you going 35 and a 45. And I said, wait a minute, is that illegal? He said, yeah, in some places and where we live here, it's illegal to go more than 10 miles below the speed limit. I said, man, I didn't know that, He said, yeah, a lot of people don't know. But because I didn't catch it, and he was looking to do something, he just said, man, go on and enjoy the rest of your night. Now, you want to say, man, shut up, you, man, F the police. You want to say it. But see, because I was calm and cool, the situation, it didn't escalate, and I was able to be going home safe to my family, okay? This guy right here, he escalated this for no reason. Even if the license was suspended, what's the worst they would have did, man? They would have had you. All they would have did, they'd have took you to jail, okay? You'd have been able to get out of jail, okay? Pay the fine, you can get out of jail. That's it. That's it. Like, they literally would let you pay the fine while you're in jail. Pay the fine to get out of jail. I mean, that's how it is here where I'm at. And I say this because a lot of this, the ball was in this court. But 9 times out of 10, For something like this, if you remain calm, the officers, they'll let you go. And they understand sometimes that stuff just not your fault. Or it is your fault, but you're unaware. Like, there are hundreds of thousands of people that are unaware they could be driving with a suspended license right now, and they're unaware that they done had to pay some fines. They done, went down some toll roads that they ain't know nothing about. Okay? They're unaware of this stuff. But what happens is, many times people are unaware, so, because most people, they're going to go pay it. They're going to go pay it, and officers know that. They know. So they're willing to let you go, but if you start acting like a goddamn on fool, they're going to lock your ass up. And they took his ass because he was acting like a damn fool. I'm just going to be honest, bro. You was acting like a fool. Now, the officers, they should have reacted differently, okay? See, punching this man in the face, I'm just pretty much saying that's wrong, okay? You broke the man window, okay, I get it. You're trying to get him out the car, okay? But after you break the window, you punch him in the face. Why? Oh, I get it. Big bad officer had a point to prove. His ego was bruised. All that was the officer, his ego was bruised, okay? Had a bruised ego because how dare he tell me, okay? How dare he ask me about the law? How dare he question my authority? How dare he question me? Well, I'm going to punch him in his damn face because he's questioning me. And who does he think he is? He got to question me. See, that was an ego punch. Straight up, hands down, it was an ego punch. And this officer thought he can punch the guy and thought that, oh, okay, he'd get away with it, slap on the wrist. Nope. See, now you're finna lose your job, or your job is in jeopardy. And these officers, they so damn stupid because they do this stuff and they know damn well the stuff finna go viral. You know you finna go viral. You know that this dude finna post this stuff. You know people now that when they getting pulled over, they got programs that's live that actually live stream it right to a social media site. You know you finna go viral. Lose your job, okay? Your family finna be strained. Financially, it's finna get bad for you. But you walk up and you punch this dude on the face and punch him in the face. And you know damn well, okay? Now they finna say, oh, racist cop. Stupid. Now, we don't know if he was racist. I mean, damn. Seemed like he got triggered that a black man was asking him to go get your supervisor. Who does black think he is? See, that's what Benjamin Crump gonna say. And that's how he's gonna spin it. And that's why this kid finna get about $1 million. Or maybe more for getting punched in his face by two stupid ass cops. And literally, what nobody, your police force, they'd have stood behind you. They stood behind you even after you punched the guy in the face. So you know they was going to stand behind you from a broken window and just snatching his little ass out the car. They were going to stand behind you. But see, now, because your ego, and maybe racism, we don't know. We don't know if they're racist, but I can tell you what. I mean, do you think they would have punched a white guy like that? You think they would have broken? I don't know. Do you think? Maybe not. We don't know. Maybe not. We don't know this. Okay, but I tell you what, though, Benjamin Crump, oh, he finna spin this. He finna play the whole bad white cop, innocent black guy. He finna spin this. And Benjamin Crump, they finna get paid. Look, they finna give this boy generational wealth, all because you couldn't control your anger. You couldn't control yourself. You couldn't control your emotions. You couldn't control your ego. So this brother finna get generational wealth. And I hope for Willie McNeil, I hope he learned a lesson. Man, because this dude could have been on his way in 10 minutes. I've seen people that I've rode with. I'm grabbing some stuff out of my car. I've seen people that I've rode with. And I'm sitting here like, bro, just calm down, man. Look, I said, man, just stay calm. Don't get all irate. And I said, more than likely, they're going to let you go. I remember, man, I was riding with one of my boys, man. And the police pulled his ass over, right? Pulled him over. And, the cop was just saying, hey, man, we was pulling you over for excessive lane changing. That's all we were doing, and they were gonna let him go. And they were talking to me, man. But, officer came up to the window, said, hey, so-and-so, let me see license and registration. Man, why the hell y'all pull my ass over, man? What the he started off like that, my boy. And I said, man, look, I said, just stay cool. Just keep it cool, okay? They're going to explain that to you. I said, just keep it cool. I said, don't get belligerent. I said, don't get belligerent. I said, just keep it cool. Oh, man, F that. F these damn punk ass officers. F that, blah, 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 blah. So, officer heard him going off.
Hey, it's a dog.
Hold on, who?
No.
A dog? Oh, okay. You know, a dog come this way? No.
Okay, thank you.
What color?
Poodle.
What color? Like,
There's two browns and two white.
2 brown and 2 white? Damn. No, but if they do, all the dogs that run through here, go back there to the back. If you go over that little, there's another road that go back, and that's where a lot of those animals go. They go behind that road. Keep going straight.
Okay.
And you might see them back there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Some of my neighbors trying to find their lost dog. Shit, dogs always running away in this damn neighborhood. But boy, I was telling y'all I moved out here. I don't have a whole lot of close by neighbors, but man, I love it. But anyway, y'all. These cops, they finna get this boy some generational wealth. And it's just what it is. They couldn't control their emotions. So they punched this damn boy in his head. And now he finna get paid. That's just what it is. I don't care if you like it or if you think the cops were justified in doing it. The cops were not justified in punching the boy in his face twice. They weren't justified for that. Absolutely not. And if you think they were, then you wanted to see this black kid get punished, okay? They weren't justified for it, okay? They shouldn't have did it, but they did it. They shouldn't have did it, but they did it. Now, will this cop lose his job? I don't know. I don't know. Should he lose his job? Yeah. I think he should. If you're a police officer, and if you can't control your anger like this, and if this is how you conduct yourself when somebody disagree or don't do what you say exactly, you don't need to be no cop. Period.